is 40. It's funny because like you want to be like, what's gonna be different? Am I gonna wake up feeling changed? No, she's still unready. I'm pressing record. So it is currently May 18th, the day after my actual birthday. I had planned for the longest that my theme would be red 40, so like the dye, because I know we're about to outlaw it, right? So I figure let's get it in while we can, because a lot of my core memories for my birthdays come from the McDonald's play place. I think it's cute. Oh, here, technically you're sitting on this sticker, but Sam got me all these like cutie little stickers that are like themed for my birthday. I don't know where I put the other ones, but there's ones with like a chicken nugget. And she actually got me a bunch of cute shit that was like chicken nugget theme, or a shirt from Roadhouse. Just really cute. Not Texas Roadhouse. Roadhouse the movie with Patrick Swayze, but I digress. Anyways, I had a beautiful little day yesterday. I ate a bunch of trash. Started the day with my free Starbucks. Then went to Chick-fil-A, got a little chicken biscuit for breakfast. Then came back, had a red velvet cupcake because Sam made me these Sprinkles red velvet cupcakes for my birthday, like cake. And again, like the red theme, red 40, all up in it. So had that, then took like a really long nap because of the sugar coma slash all the hormones in that chicken from Chick-fil-A puts you straight out. That is, you want a nap, Chick-fil-A. Then for lunch we did brown bag seafood because I've been hyper fixated on those hush puppies, and the fish and chips are very good. So we did that with a little bit of chowder, and then later on I ordered a triple dipper. I don't know, for some reason Sam can't order Chili's on her DoorDash, but I could order it on mine. Like, and we're like same address, same, just whatever. Watched Secret House of Mormon Wives all day and just napped, and I couldn't have asked for a better birthday. It's exactly what I wanted. So it's 11:33 right now the following day. I did wake up with a bit of a tummy ache at first, very much assuming that I would. But I just ordered some Brazilian bakery cafe is what it's called, and I wanted coxinhas. As much as red 40 seems to be the theme, cream cheese actually is an underlying theme of this, because I felt like one of the things I asked Sam to make was the Charleston cheese dip. It's like, I guess, a Trisha Yearwood recipe, I didn't realize. But it's basically just like cream cheese, bacon, and then like dipped with Ritz crackers. It's just like one of those obnoxiously savory bites, you know? So red 40 top theme, sub theme, cream cheese. Like, wouldn't want it any other way. You live, you laugh, you learn, you love. And here we are. What else? Next week, huh? Well, this upcoming tomorrow. Tomorrow starts the week of my last week in a physical PLANTA. Again, haven't seen you guys since April, so doubt I really talked about this, or I don't know if I've even filmed talking, like, I think I filmed thinking it through, like what I want to do. And then she did it. I remember swiveling back and forth in my office chair that I'm sitting in now. Also, I bought a bed. Don't know if we've talked about that yet. Swiveling back and forth, kind of thinking on it. I kept saying, like, originally I wanted to be out there. Like, May the 4th be with you. That was the original plan. And then as I was working with my team, I just wasn't really ready. They weren't really ready. Like, I figured, okay, let's figure out what's next. And so I kept playing with dates, and then Chef Rob and I were talking about when his out date was, and I got there first, so I leave first. But anywho, we were just trying to make sure Kiwi was set up for success. So we're hoping that they give him the culinary leader position. They did stage another guy, but not really the candidate of our choice. So yeah, swiveled back and forth, and then on a sweet little swivel I just hit send and off it went. So May 23rd is my last day at PLANTA Krog. It's just been a lot. And so again, I didn't necessarily think I was going to go into my 40s still working there, but it was the more responsible thing, because then, you know, you get a couple extra weeks worth of pay, and then I'll get my PTO paid out, and then I still have a little bit of income from them, and then I will figure out what's next for me. I really have been called towards like criminal justice stuff. I just have to kind of wrap my head around that, but it seems as though I still have a couple years left on this little rock floating in the world. So let's try to like recover some of the things we fucked up if possible, and if not, no regrets. I've made every decision willingly, so crazy. I just wanted to come on here real quick before I forgot, because I filmed some things yesterday. I actually still have a gift I have to open. I've been like time releasing my positive moments, but I got everything that I wanted up until my birthday, with the exception of upgrading my phone, but I could do that soon. I think I kind of want to do that after work. Like after I close that chapter, just so that way it's like I won't even download those fucking apps on the new thing. All right, well, love you so much. We've been talking for like 11 minutes, and I mean, I downloaded you with a lot of things, and maybe what I'll do is one of those cutie things that I cut. Cutie things, anywho. Maybe what I'll do is like cut it up so that way you can see like what footage I might have ascertained from May. But you know, me and Kai, I know, come back hitting big with summer shit, because we both love summer for like the thriller series of it all, but like all the horror movies and stuff. But just appreciate y'all being patient, and congratulations to her and all her accomplishments recently. I couldn't be more grateful to know such a cool fucking person, and then also she's like so academically, I don't know, I've been watching Legally Blonde. We watched it yesterday, and I just was like, it's just funny how people probably underestimate her at first glance, and then boom, she just bops them. It's just great. I fucking love this world. Love my friends. Love you. I'll see you soon, I hope. Now it's time to head to the movies with our cinematic crusader. Here with another titanium take, here's our movie maven, Kai.
Well, hey there, everybody. It is I, your movie maven, Kai. Welcome back to the party. It has been. And there's been a lot of changes. There's been a lot of, difference. There's been a lot of work. There's been a lot of transformation. Yes, May was a time of a lot for Rusty and I. It's always a lot, but you know it's a lot when it piles so high that the things that you really enjoy and your passions and the things that you want to celebrate and share with other people fall by the wayside. So we took that break. We made that realization, and we said, we've got to get back on this. Like, as you can tell, I'm, in the middle of cleaning my house. I look a mess. But even in that, I was like, I really need to take that time to talk to you, to talk to my people, talk to my friends. Because it's so important. It's part of that, self-care thing that we always talk about. It's part of that idea of, what am I doing to take care of myself today? I keep seeing that, pop up on my many, many timelines where it's like, don't forget to include yourself on the list of things to take care of today. And, I think I kind of lost that. And I think Rusty did too. And it's funny because it happened in the middle of both of us kind of moving onward and upward with, our, our jobs, and getting put under a whole lot of pressure and going through transformations with that. And, we both kind of, realized that, we need to take that step back, and we need to, do better and take care of ourselves, even in those times. Like, yes, it's important to work hard, and yes, it's, important to have a good work ethic. But I mean, honey, if you're not, putting your own oxygen mask on first, what good are you going to be to other people? So again, always a good thing to remember, always something to make sure that, you are mindful of. And, like I said, I'm a therapist. In fact, I walked for my master's degree a couple of weeks ago, and I still forget all the time that it's really important to take care of me, because I have many, many, many people that depend on me at work, and I need to make sure that, I am okay, and that I can take care of everyone else. That I need to, and that I care enough about, and that I'm being paid to. It's, it's a lot, layers. So, to kind of talk about the transformation of things, Rusty said, oh, think about something that's, kind of profound and kind of, whatever. And she gave me some examples of like, these really thoughtful kind of, pieces. And the first thing that came to my mind is a 2008 movie called Yes Man with Jim Carrey, which is actually based off of a 2005 book by a British author named David Wallace. No, that's The Office. Is it David Wallace? It might be, actually. I think that's his name. Um, but basically, if you've not seen the movie, it's about a guy who, gets stuck in a rut and, in his life and in his job and everything. And so he goes to this seminar and they go, you need to, release the power of yes, and you need to start embracing things and be less negative and, try new things. And Jim Carrey goes, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say yes to everything. I can't say no to anything. And hilarity ensues, of course, because a lot of it is, extra ridiculous. But like he goes bungee jumping, he does all these really, wacky kind of things. And he realizes how freeing it is to let yourself enjoy things, to let yourself try to be more than what you think you are. And I think that's what a lot of us do. And what happens to a lot of us is that we think, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's silly, or that's, dangerous, or it's, whatever. And you think about like people jumping out of planes and going bungee jumping, thousands of people do it a year, like way more than that. And they're fine. And they do it over and over again. And they say it's exhilarating and amazing and wonderful. So yeah, there's an element of danger there, but what if you love it? What if it gives you that sense of exhilaration? I run into people all the time that, talk about my hair. Whether it's, a really bright color, or I have, half of it shaved or all of it shaved, I always get the reaction from women, you're so brave. You're so brave. My hair's like my identity. I could never do that. Yeah, you can. It's just hair. It's going to grow back. And then you get to have that experience. And maybe you really dig it. Maybe it's something that, you really enjoy, and that, it's something that you can embrace. But, how do you know until you try? And that's kind of the message of this movie. It does have the message of balance at the end, which I think is incredibly important, because where it's very funny to see, Jim Carrey do these things, because, this was, peak Jim Carrey. You also need to understand that the balance needs to be there. You can't say yes to every single thing, because yes, it is dangerous. Yes, it is ridiculous. Yes, it is, going to impact your life negatively. Too much of a good thing is never good, So he does learn to, start to balance things and to try more and to be more and to stop being so negative in his life. And I think that that is what is supposed to be really taken away from this movie. It's a laugh, it's an hour and a half comedy that really is just really fun and gives you an important message and kind of lets you think about things in a different way. And I remember seeing it and thinking like, that's so goofy, and then seeing it, several years later and going, okay, get it now. So it's also one of those movies that you kind of grow with as you get older, as you experience more, as you start, seeing yourself in this position, and how like absolutely incredible it is to trust yourself, but also challenge yourself. And I think that's going to be, the theme for the summer. I think that's going to be what we should all focus on for the next several months, is to, be kind to yourself, but also challenge yourself. And I think that, that's probably one of the most important things. Guys, I am getting old, and my birthday's on Sunday. I am going to be in Florida for a few days. I'm super, super stoked and excited. Yeah, in Orlando. The gentleman is taking me to DisneyWorld. We're only going to one park because, again, we're busy, work, everything else, but we're taking that time to do, that small bit that, we're going to really enjoy. So I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited to have this back. I'm super excited that you guys are still here. I'm super excited that you came back and, you want to spend this time with us. And I'm sorry it took so long, guys. Like we've been struggling. Everybody, gets a chance to ride the struggle bus. We just took that loop a couple too many times, and we love you guys. And, I'm going to go finish cleaning my house, but I'm so glad to be back and to be doing this. You guys are great. Drink your water, take your meds. We will definitely see you next time.
Birds. Anyways, okay, let's get it together, Jessica. All right, yesterday was my official 40th birthday. So it's interesting because, you know, obviously I'm gonna like party the boots down, but I don't know if I've talked about this on here. She says every time, doing the good things to my bodies, especially the soda. I really gotta cut the soda out, but I was like really leaning into the soda this week especially, and then watching the moms on Mormon Wives are just like, damn, pump some weird shit in my soda. Yeah, so this is 40.